We are back with more Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. Over there you can see HELIOS One. I'm going to be going there in this part. Old Lady Gibson mentioned it in the previous part when I was buying the thrust control modules from her. But first we're going to go over here. There's a particular cave I want to loot. I think it might be guarded by rad scorpions, but I've got some mines ready in case any appear. There's one. That's right, come get me. Oh, here comes another one. Here we are, the Blackrock Cave. Crippled the Nightkin. Nightkin Master. May as well throw all my grenades in. Alright, let's see who's left. Master as an incinerator. There's another one. Here's the body I'm looking for. Body of a prospector. Desperado cowboy hat isn't what I want, but this is the Paladin Toaster. As you can see, it is an EMP bonus damage against robots and power armor. And an HP minus 20. This is actually a unique zap glove. Here it is. You can see it has a DPS of 105 and damage of 67. Compare that to the Shocker's DPS of 69 and damage of 66. This is basically a way better shocking glove for punching out those kinds of enemies. So there we go, I can replace the Shocker, which was the other Power Fist I brought with me from the Capital Wasteland. You might remember in a previous part I picked up Love and Hate, which replaced Fisto. And now that I have this new Power Gauntlet, I'm going to head into this area, HELIOS One.
This is a restricted area. State your business.
I can use my NCR rep. I'm with the NCR. Is there any way I can help?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
My quest is talk to the idiot wearing sunglasses in the back of the HELIOS One plant. Alright, I'll go talk to him then.
Later.
You can try to get in with a disguise, but if you have low NCR rep, she sees through your disguise and realizes you're probably a Legion spy. But since I'm not working with the Legion, and in fact, the Legion aren't exactly fond of me after what I did to help Boone in the last part, through here we should be able to find the guy to talk to. Here he is, this guy. Fantastic.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
That's right, I'm here for your job.
Ah, shit. Shit, man. I need this. Gotta pay the bills. And I'm addicted to a lot of different kinds of chems. I mean a lot.
Well, yeah, if you give me a stack of caps right now, I'll forget you have my job.
Aw, man. How am I supposed to buy chems now? Fine, here.
Well, if you're going to use them to buy chems and get high, I did you a favor by taking those caps from you. So what job do you have here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
So, what are you trying to do?
Fuck, man. everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
So you have no idea what you're doing.
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
You don't sound like you know anything about this place. How'd you get this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
The NCR fell for that, huh? That's quite impressive. So why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
You just made it sound like you don't do much of anything. What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
How would someone retarget those mirrors?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
I actually was.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
Why should the power just go to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, I'll be going.
Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Ah, so that'll be real helpful. Looks like there's another scientist here, Ignacio Rivas.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
I'm really more of a drifter.
I see. Then you must have some special business here, for them to have let you through.
I told them I was with the NCR, and they asked for my help getting this plant running.
Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
This is your turf. For all I know, you could have me killed for my allegiance. I've made quite a few enemies throughout my journey, and not just here in the Mojave, but in the capital Wasteland, too. So who are you with?
Very well, yes. I'm part of the Followers of the Apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
I'll do what's necessary to keep the peace.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here, and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
Huh. Well, what more is to this place than just being a power plant?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military. Targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
So you think Archimedes is a weapon they built here at Helios One?
Yes. And the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
The Brotherhood of Steel, huh? Well, I took out an Enclave super weapon back in the capital Wasteland. I turned it against itself when I blew up the mobile crawler. So the Brotherhood of Steel also knew about this Archimedes weapon.
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steer clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
Well, the NCR didn't tell me about any weapon. They just told me they wanted my help to increase the power plant's energy output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Alright, well now I have both the Western and Eastern reflection control power passwords. I'll need them. Where do you think I should reroute the power?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
Sounds about right. So why trust me with this?
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
So he wants me to reroute the power so that everyone gets it. You're saying the NCR doesn't know about the weapon?
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I talked to him. He doesn't seem that bright, too. To me, either. Alright, I'll take off and see what I can do.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Fantastic said he wanted me to reroute the power to the Strip and to McCarran, which I'm guessing he means Camp McCarran, while Ignacio here wants me to distribute the power evenly across the regional grid. So now we're outside. You can see all these solar panels. I'm guessing this is a solar-charged power plant. And I have to reactivate both of the reflector terminals. This first one's got booby traps laid around. There's some bear traps. There's a tripwire here. Let's disarm it. There's mines. Come on. Hey, I got it. Usually I don't get that mine. I got that one too. We'll disarm the rigged shotgun. Don't really need it, so we'll just throw it on the floor. As long as it's not shooting anybody, it's good. Alright, next we'll reset the mainframe connection. Yep, we got NCR dogs that are guarding this one. Except I'm friendly with the NCR. Why are the dogs attacking me? Well, I got one of them with that chessboard I launched out of the rocket launcher. Checkmate, puppy. Don't go to pieces just because you lost at chess and Monopoly. Here's the second terminal. Gotta reset the mainframe connection. Now I have to use the Helios One mainframe to send power to a destination of my choice. Or I can arm the Archimedes security system to wipe out the NCR soldiers. Let's not do that one. Ignacio told me there was a heavy security system, and I can see some red marks on my map. I'm guessing that's the security. Somebody also put landmines down. There's a terminal here I can hack. That was easy. First one. Let's reconfigure the targeting perimeter on the turret outside. I can hear what sounded like a sentry attacking a turret. Sentry bot 1, it looks like. Army sentry bot. I haven't seen one of these since the capital Wasteland. Let's give him a pulse grenade. That got his attention. Let's show off my cool new weapon, the Paladin Toaster. Down you go. Banzai! Take this. You just got toasted. Upstairs, there's another door to go through. I think there's another sentry bot down here. Yep, there it is. As soon as he turns around, we'll give him a nice surprise. Yep, he spotted me.
Firing.
Serpentine! Come get me! What, are you stuck? Oh, there he goes. I think that got him. Maybe not. Down you go. Mr. Gutsy down there. Let's throw pulse grenades at him. I think that first one got him. Down here is an average locked door, but I can pick it open easily enough. With a 100 in lockpick, I can basically pick the lock of any door, no matter how difficult the lock. The auxiliary generator, it looks to be fine, but some kind of large vermin have chewed into the power cable. With the proper know-how and a scrap metal, I can repair the connection and improve the output bandwidth. Otherwise, I'd need help. Since I have the repair of 35 or higher, and a scrap metal, I'm going to repair the wire myself. Now I can operate the HELIOS One mainframe terminal. Let's see, I can configure the power grid, and I select a configuration. There's McCarran and the Las Vegas Strip. That's where Fantastic wanted me to send the electricity. Fremont and Westside. I'm not sure what Fremont is. Maybe it's Freeside? The full region. That's what Ignacio wanted. Archimedes 2, which is the super weapon the Brotherhood was trying to find. And I can do emergency output level, which actually just fries the whole system and destroys the power plant. So, but we're not going to do that. We'll do what Ignacio asked, and we'll give everybody the energy. There we go. Now it'll be full region. Now I just have to initiate the reflector retargeting from the console on the tower observation deck. If you didn't have repair of 35 and a scrap metal, you can use this thing. This robot has been fitted with a variety of tools specialized for industrial maintenance. There is a slot at the back of the head where it looks like a key card could fit in. If you have a Science of 45 or the Poseidon Energy ID card, which you find downstairs, you can set this robot to repair the wire. But since I repaired it myself, I'm going to leave Python there alone. And we're going to head out here to the tower. And this always happens to me. It's night. You have to be in the daytime because the solar panels need the sun to prepare. So if I try to operate the console now, it just tells me the console is unresponsive. It needs to be activated during peak sunlight hours, which are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. A power configuration would need to be set up in the tower's mainframe. I already did that. And the 2 ground level terminals would need to have an active uplink on the mainframe. Now, I didn't arm the plant's defense system, because that would just wipe out the NCR soldiers, and that would just be rude. Alright, it'll be 9 a.m. any moment now. Yeah, 1 more minute in game time to go, and then throw the switch. And I can talk to Ignacio. Any moment now, the satellite reflector thing will start up, and it'll get really bright. If I had armed the plant's defense system, the NCR soldiers down there would start getting hit by lasers coming down from the sky. But since I didn't do that, just the power comes on. And I distributed it evenly across all the regions. That's why I'm going to Ignacio for my reward instead of Fantastic. You also go to Ignacio for your reward if you decide to arm Archimedes 2, but since I chose not to, you can still talk to him and he'll give you a partial reward. The reason you'd want to arm Archimedes 2 is that there's another weapon, sort of unique weapon in the game called Euclid's Sea Finder. It's basically the targeting laser for the Archimedes weapon. And it gives you a big laser weapon that fires a laser down to blast everybody, kind of like the Hammer of Dawn if you've ever played Gears of War. I just got out of the tower after getting embarrassingly lost for a bit, but you can see out here how cool the reflective towers look, all beaming light up to the mainframe tower. Let's talk to Ignacio.
What can I help you with?
I diverted power to the grid.
I saw that on the monitors here, and you sent it to everyone. Very admirable. Now that the NCR is more or less what they want, hopefully their curiosity about the plan is satisfied, and they'll dig no deeper. The followers will be grateful. Here, take these as a parting gift. I hope you'll find them useful.
And I complete the quest. I get a big book of science, 3 stim packs, 2 doctor's bags, and I gain followers of the Apocalypse fame. Alright, I'll be going.
Goodbye.
Oh, now I'm accepted with the followers of the Apocalypse. Nice. I mean, his big book of science doesn't help me much now. I already have max 100 science. Oh well. Let's see if Fantastic has anything to say.
Yo.
I guess not.
Adios, amigo.
Up ahead is a pathway that leads to Camp Forlorn Hope. I could go there next, but I think I'll advance the main quest in Boulder City first. We'll come back to Camp Forlorn Hope.
The Caesar has marked you for death, and the Legion obeys. Ready yourself for battle.
Every time I try to explain something, I get interrupted. Alright, you Legion guys want to fight again, huh? Let's see. What weapon should I crush them with? Can't we talk this over? Here, I'll have some money with you. Here, I'll pay you to leave me alone. Their guns are actually hitting me pretty hard, even through my power armor. Too bad for them, I'm loaded to the brim with stim packs. Use these bitter drinks, too. And that right there is why I'll be doing Restoring Hope in a future part. Seems I can't go anywhere without running into trouble. Who else is shooting at me? Oh, you're over there. There you are. I put a mine there. That'll learn them. Looks like these vipers got defanged. Over here we find the Eldorado Dry Lake. This area actually has fire ants. You might remember them. In Grey Ditch, Dr. Lesko made fire ants when he was trying to shrink them down with his science experiment. Hey! That's right. Oh, you're dumb, aren't you? Come on. There's the mine I put there. Ooh, I frenzied them at those mines. Now they're gonna fight each other. That ant got some hang time with that blast. Nice. Kill more enemies with melee weapons, even though I killed him with a spear that I threw at him. Here we go, I got a couple of these incendiary grenades. Hey, you like to set people on fire, huh, Ant? Me too. Set fire to his buddy over here. Oh, I frenzied him. Oh please, I'm 25% resistant to fire thanks to the Grey Ditch Fire Ant's mutagenic bioenhancer. Kaboom! Whee! It's kind of hot in this desert. You should have a drink. Don't worry, I got one for you too. What was that? I threw the Nuka cocktail at the giant ant and it like got pushed by it backwards until it went off and blew him up. I think that's enough blowing up giant fire-breathing ants for now. Let's talk to this guy over here. The Lonesome Drifter.
Howdy there, partner.
What's your story, stranger?
My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting.
I'm interested.
Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left.
Your father abandoned you?
That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes.
Sounds like you miss him. Is that why you're out wandering?
Maybe. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home.
Must have been hard growing up without your dad.
It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive. And I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find.
And what'll you do when you find him?
Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea.
Sounds like you should move on, settle down maybe.
Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh?
I can't say that I do at the moment, sorry.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot.
I'll talk to you later, Lonesome Drifter. I'll come back if I ever do find a place for you to work.
So long, friend.
The Lonesome Drifter mentioned his dad abandoned him. There's a perk in the game called the Mysterious Stranger, where a guy just pops out and dressed up like an old timey noir detective and starts shooting your enemies with a .44 Magnum. And it's hinted at that that's the Lonesome Drifter's missing father. It's kind of an amusing little thing. If I help him out, he'll actually give me a reward that also ties him to the Mysterious Stranger. I'll show that off when the time comes to do that. There's a few people I want to talk to at the 188 trading post. Let's start with this kid, the forecaster.
Hi, mister. I hope you're doing fine today.
Where are your parents, kid? You just here all alone?
I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. I'm pretty used to being on my own.
Medicine? What do you got for sale?
Oh, I don't sell things, mister. I sell thoughts.
You sell thoughts?
I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know, because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched more than they talked. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking.
What's this medicine, and how do you take it off?
This thing on my head is headache medicine. It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really think, I mean.
Sounds like I need one of those. I get headaches a lot in real life. You don't... I'll pay 100 caps to hear what you gotta think.
Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here, or everywhere. What do you want?
Let's think about here, the 188 trading post.
I need to take off my medicine. Local. The here and now. Little of interest. Things to buy. False hopes and regrets watered down. Washed down in dirty glasses. With regret comes a girl. Smiling sad. Name Veronica. Half here. Wraps her and her heart up like a pack. In the pack. A key, some say. Forecast. Cloudy with a chance of friendship. Ouch. Thinking small only hurts a little, but it's a sharp pain.
Well, in that case, I won't make you think anymore if it gives you headaches. I'll be going.
See you.
I'm not sure what any of that really meant. Let's see if there's anyone else I can talk to, like this guy, Alexander.
Is there some reason I should be talking to you?
I'd like to see what you have for sale.
Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're small time. Move along.
But I figure a guy like you could get his pick of killing gear.
You might be onto something. I'd like to hang on to any weapons mods I run across. Take a look.
There we go. Now I can buy from this guy. He said he has weapons mods. Let's check him out. He's got the suppressor for the anti-material rifle. You might remember I gave Killer 76 one of these. He's got ported chambers for the Power Fist, which increase its attack speed, although I don't have a GRA Power Fist.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
So you're a gunrunner.
Like you have a clue what that even means.
Now tell me about the gunrunners.
The Gunrunners have been putting rapid-fire death dealing in the hands of anyone who needed to defend himself for over a century. We're the NCR's #1 supplier of weapons and ammunition. You might call us an unofficial branch of the Army.
So, besides selling, what do you do?
I'm a salesman. I swing through McCarran and the Dam once a week or so to take orders. But lately, I spend most of my time in this piss heap. Ever since the 15 shut down, all caravans come through here, right to me. I check the stock and direct deliveries onward to meet orders. Sure, it stinks to hang out here, but it won't be forever. Plus, I can afford a monthly bender on the strip and still build up my nest egg.
Well, there you go. Sounds like you've got things all done. Tell me about the Gunrunner Caravans.
Not much to tell. A Brahmin or two loaded up with weapons, and a whole mess of well-armed guards to make sure it ends up where it's supposed to. One nifty bit, though. The gun cases are rigged to explode, so trying to loot one of our caravans doesn't do much good. And that's how the NCR stays equipped. The only thing we don't bring in is energy weapons.
Oh, but those are the ones I really like. Why don't you deal in energy weapons?
We used to. but every caravan carrying them was getting ambushed and wiped out by someone sophisticated enough to know which was which. We think it was the Brotherhood of Steel. Those crazies always go hard for energy weapons. But the NCR would rather pretend they killed all of them.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Bye. People usually aren't stupid enough to steal from the Gunrunners. Usually.
Well, I wasn't going to try to steal from you. If you guys have any guns I really want, I've got plenty of caps. I'll just buy them off you. Up here, I can talk to these guys. I think they sell food and drinks, Samuel and Michelle. And I think I can just take the Sunset Sarsaparilla they got here, and it's not even considered stealing. I'll just drink that up. And there's another girl here. Who's this? Huh, the forecaster mentioned a girl named Veronica. Let's talk to her.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
I'm actually from the capital, Wasteland.
Yeah, guess the roads must have been long then. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
You live in a hole in the ground?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need.
So you just leave your family in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Sure, go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
Well, technically I'm a knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. I think I was only one for about a week or so, though. I mean, they're usually harmless unless you have advanced technology around them, right?
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
Let's see. I can choose all kinds of things. I just kind of drift from place to place, really.
Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out.
Well, sure, if you'd like. Where are you hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
Okay, sure, let's travel together.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Well, I brought plenty of enemies, too. I'm actually more comfortable now that I know you have some actual combat training.
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
And Veronica has given me the Scribe Assistant perk since she's my new follower. Yeah, this outfit she's wearing is actually a mod, the Vegas Girl outfit. I gave her the Athletic Vegas Girl outfit. I want you to hold a few things for me. My Wasteland Survival Guide, a book I wrote back in the Capital Wasteland, as well as this toy. It's a toy horse I got off an alien spaceship. And Veronica said she wanted to go check out certain places around the Wasteland to see how their cultures work out. So I think what I'll do now is I'll take her to see them. I think we'll actually head back to Nelson. That's where the Legion was holed up. I think I cleared the area of legionaries, but I think she'll still have a comment about it.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada.
Well, not on my watch they are. Now we can talk to her.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Well, maybe this Brotherhood's living in the past. I'll have to change.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
Tell me more about yourself, Veronica.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Well, that's not quite what I meant. How can I best help use your skills?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Anything else?
Yeah. I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Yeah, what she means by that is the Scribe Assistant perk means if I talk to her and ask her to help me craft something...
Step into my office.
It brings up the workbench recipes. So I can basically use workbench recipes whenever I want. Let's talk to you more about yourself.
My favorite subject.
What are your goals?
I want... a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
So that's your goal, huh? You just want a nice dress?
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies, before the war, they knew what they were doing.
I'll take your word on that. Let's talk some more.
Can I make it up?
Do you have any other family in the Brotherhood?
Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Like what?
I can ask her if she's ever been in love.
Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
So what happened?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
Oh boy. She left the Brotherhood then. Why didn't you go with her?
Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
Are you well respected amongst the Brotherhood?
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
Is there any place in particular you want to go?
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Guess I'll ask her this one, even though she didn't mention him. Who is this Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew, anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
So I'm guessing you followed him from California.
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at HELIOS One to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
So, did you ever try to talk some sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
Oh man. So what'd you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
Well, how is that any different?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Oh man. You said he was like a grandpa to you, right?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at HELIOS One. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until it could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What would it say in the note?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Well, that's not ominous at all. Alright, that's enough. Let's keep going.
Let's.
Veronica mentioned HELIOS One. I recently reactivated the power plant there. Let's see if she has anything to say if I bring her there. Veronica is supposed to have a comment about the NCR and how big their army is, and that's why the Brotherhood couldn't take HELIOS One. But I've brought her to both HELIOS One itself and the Mojave Outpost, and she's had no comment. I wonder where I'm supposed to actually take her. I know if I could also have gotten her comment on the Legion if I had taken her to Nipton. Well, maybe I'll save Veronica's personal quest for a later part. For now, let's head into Boulder City and find Benny. He was the guy in the checkered suit that shot me in the head. According to Manny Vargas, he and the Great Khans should be here. It's funny because as a kid, I actually grew up in a town called Boulder City in Nevada. I think this was it. Although in Fallout New Vegas it's seen better days, as we'll find out from the guy up here. Like most places in Fallout, it's pretty run down, although if we talk to this guy...
You here to pay your respects too?
What is this memorial?
It commemorates the Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City, and blew the whole town up. The NCR still lost a bunch of troops in the fighting, though. My older brother sacrificed himself, so they could evacuate some of the wounded.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Don't worry about it.
Where are you normally stationed?
Camp McCarran, but I'm on leave at the moment, heading back to California to see my folks. I'm supposed to join up with a caravan that's heading that way up at the 188, but they're not due to arrive for a while yet.
Alright, I'll be going.
Bye.
So yeah, on this spot in the year 2277, back when Blazer was in the capital wasteland, Rangers and soldiers of the new California Republic turned back the forces of Caesar's Legion during the Battle of Hoover Dam. Over 100 men and women gave their lives on Nevada soil. To defend local civilians and the principles of the Republic, may this humble stone be an enduring memorial to their valor and service. So yeah, Boulder City was one of the major places where the NCR and Caesar's Legion fought over Hoover Dam, which is also nearby. I might pay that a visit too, because there's something there I want to pick up. And what the NCR did was they lured Caesar's Legion into the center of town and then detonate bombs to destroy the town, which obviously wiped out a large number of Caesar's forces. I'm here for a different reason, though. I'm here to find Benny and the Great Khans and get back that chip that I was supposed to deliver.
We've got a situation with some Great Khans right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved.
What's going on with the Great Khans?
One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the Great Khans. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the Khans into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The Khans have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages.
Uh-oh. Well, those Great Khans might have something I'm supposed to deliver to the Strip. It's a poker chip made out of platinum.
Once the Great Khans have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you.
Maybe I could negotiate a deal with them.
Normally I'd turn you down since I have no idea who you are. But considering that the hostages are as good as dead when we attack... Alright. I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the Great Khans. Their leader is a man named Jessup. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in. But it'll probably be too late for you.
If he doesn't know who I am, he must not have heard about what happened at Nelson, or Helios One, or Sloan. Don't worry about me. I can handle myself in a fight.
Good luck.
So I get the quest Boulder City Showdown. You can also sneak in and try to rescue the hostages that way, but doing so isn't the peaceful way of doing things. When you do that, the NCR moves in and takes out the Great Khans. But if I say that I'm going to negotiate with them, I can walk right by and neither the NCR nor the Great Khans will attack me. Now if I go in there, that's where the hostages are, you can see them. If I try to rescue them, the Great Khans will turn hostile. But instead, I'm going to go in here to their hideout and talk to Jessup.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead.
Oh, I know you. You were one of the guys that were there up in Good Springs when Benny shot me. Well, I'm not dead. I got better.
And here I thought us Great Khans were tough to kill. So, what happens now?
Where's the platinum chip?
Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the Strip by now, laughing at me.
So Benny betrayed you. Why don't we talk about settling things between you and the NCR?
What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt.
I could convince him to surrender, but I think I'll use this speech check. Free the hostages now, and then I'll talk to the NCR and see about having them escort you out of this area.
I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him.
Sure thing. I'll be going.
Yeah, go on.
Well, that was easy. I think I can take some things here, and he won't even mind. Like, if we look in here, there's McMurphy. This guy was also there when I was shot in the head at Good Springs. This was the other guy that was with Jessup and Benny. Looks like the NCR took him out.
I'm glad you're able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not.
The Great Khans just let the hostages go in exchange for their own freedom.
My hands are tied. I can't go against orders, can I?
Well, considering what happened at Bitter Springs, I think you should honor the deal.
You're right. The Great Khans are free to go.
There we go, and I gain karma for that. I'm accepted by the Great Khans, and I gain more NCR fame. And Boulder City Showdown is complete. I think if I look around Boulder City, I can find the hostages I rescued and talk to them. I think they only just say pretty generic things like, "Oh, we thought we were goners. Thanks for getting us out of there." I don't see them. But the Great Khans got to go free, and they let their hostages go, and I've resolved the whole situation peacefully. Here he is.
Fancy meeting you here, friend.
There's Victor. How'd you get here?
Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all.
Well, considering how many detours I've been taking, I wouldn't be surprised if you get there before I do. So you saw what happened over in Boulder City?
Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me.
So, I'm guessing you saw Benny come this way.
Fancy Pants? No, I ain't seen hide nor hair of him since the tussle in Good Springs. I'm sure he ran back to the soft living of New Vegas, though.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
Anyway, he was hanging out by the Boulder City train station. Oh. I think he said that to Veronica. Bye-bye, Scorpion. Now I can loot this place. I'm heading towards, Boulder Beach Campground. Whoa, what the? It's the creature from the Black Lagoon and his clones. Oh, no, they're not. They're lake lurks. There we go. Let's rocket them. And they got lake lurk meat on them. If I combine lake lurk meat with the Blammo mac and cheese and the Deathclaw egg, I can make my own wasteland omelets like the one I got from Jas Wilkins in Sloan. I believe there's also an NCR ranger station up here. Here we go. Ranger Station Alpha. Yeah, I'm thinking I gotta bring Veronica to either Camp Golf or Camp McCarran if I want to get her to talk about how big the NCR is as an army. I think that's another lake lurk over there. I sure hope it likes the taste of the syringes I put in my rocket launcher. Another one shooting at me. Yeah, the rocket launcher is still fun. I've been meaning to grab some fun junk items to load into it for irony. I think I've only done that a couple of times though. Mostly I've been loading it with pre-war money and empty syringes, which make decent ammunition for it. What the? Victor, what are you doing? Why is Victor swimming in the water? Yeah, howdy. What were you doing?
Howdy, partner.
I think he's stuck in the water. Good luck getting to New Vegas now. I mean, you're gonna have to get out of that water. Hopefully the lake lurks don't eat Victor. I mean, not that it matters to me, but it'd be embarrassing for him. Camp Golf. There's some quests I can do here at Camp Golf, but I want to see if I can... Where'd she go? Veronica? Oh well, she'll catch up. House Resort. I would have thought maybe Veronica would have something to say coming to Camp Golf, but I guess not. She'll definitely open up if I go take her to Camp McCarran, so I guess I'll have to do that. Although I'm a bit ways away from Camp McCarran right now.
Go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
So I think what we'll do is we'll stop here for now. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.
A hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostage's release.